Hello guys, welcome again to my YouTube channel. This is Teacher Jess. If you are new in my channel, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell para updated ka sa mga videos na aking pinopost, my vlogs and educational videos. So ngayon guys, ipagpatuloy natin ang diskusyon or ang pagtatakal sa mga classroom observations indicators. So we are now in objective number 5, use of verbal and non-verbal communication strategies to support learners' achievement, understanding, participation, and engagement. So we are now in objective number 5 mga guys. So this video is to enlighten the teachers of what is objective number 5 all about. And this is based on my experience, my personal experience, and I am sharing it to you guys of what is this objective all about. So this objective focalizes on what we are saying and what we are going to express. It involves movement, action, expression, and the tone. So in order to attain this objective, we need to use clear and simple language. We need to avoid using hard words and complicated explanations. Instead, use easy language in order that the learners will understand you and your lesson that you are presenting to them. And also use easy to understand and make your explanation simple. Then avoid talking fast when you are facing with the learners so that they could able to understand your words and your instruction in your classroom observation. And then use translations if they cannot able to answer your questions or they cannot able to answer it well because they cannot understand. So have the trans-languaging so it is applicable to K-12 curriculum and in DepEd Matatag. So when you are, if it is hard for the learners to give answers, so you need to translate it so that they can answer your question or your questions. And then if the learners cannot answer your question or questions, rephrase it so that they can answer your question. And at the end, don't forget to say, do you have any questions? Do you understand? This is to ensure that the learners understand your lesson. And the purpose is to assure if there is understanding or comprehension they have gained in your lesson. And then give positive feedbacks. Always praise your learners when they answer your questions correctly or accurately. It's like, for example, very good, awesome, amazing, and a lot of more. So we need to praise our learners in order that they will know that we really appreciate them. And utilize the verbal and non-verbal cues. So if you say very good, then you need to have the thumbs up. All right. You need to have the thumbs up in order that that the learner will know that he or she's answer is correct. and then apply the claps. Alright, so we have name claps, just like for example, the very good clap, the A clap, and then we have the rain clap, fireworks clap, what else? Mosquito clap, and there are a lot of clap names that we could apply in our classroom observation and when we are praising our learners because they got a correct answer in our question or questions. Then you can say amazing, just like what I mentioned, awesome, great job, splendid job, your answer is correct, you are very smart. That's just like that. So it is important to use different feedbacks so that the learners will know that we really appreciate them, just like that. So that's it. So give positive feedbacks to our learners when we are having our classroom observation. And the last one is that use effective body language. So what is this? Use effective body language. So we need to have our eye contact to our learners because it means that we are connected with our pupils or our learners. Then use hand gestures and signs to maintain discipline and when we are explaining the process. It's like, for example, if you want to make your learner or learners to keep quiet, then you are going to have the hand gesture like this. Okay, and then if you are explaining a process of your lesson or ways or steps, you can have this gesture. Alright, so that's the hand gestures or signs. And don't get too serious when you are having your teaching towards our learners. Give a smile to them because that shows that you are having your great connection to them and it shows that you are a very friendly teacher to them and they will participate and cooperate with your classroom teaching because of your personality, which is you are friendly and you are smiling and you are jolly and you are interacting with them. So the learners will also interact with you. Alright, so that's the use of effective body language when you are going to have your teaching demonstration or in attaining this objective number 5, which is use of the non-verbal and verbal communication strategies to support learners understanding, participation, engagement, and achievement. So if you have those things, then you could attain this objective number 5. Alright, so that's all about objective number 5. I hope that you've learned something from me. Again, this is a sharing of my experience in this objective number 5. So that's the wrap. And thank you guys for watching my videos. And see you on my next video in discussing other objectives in the classroom observation. That's all, guys, and have a good day and have a good night. Thank you, and God bless everyone. Bye bye.